Imagine at this very moment you hold a weapon in your hand. It is not made of steel. It is not made of iron. It is invisible, yet it has the power to destroy your enemies, build empires, and transform your reality. That weapon is the power of choice. Most people walking this earth are not free men. They are biological puppets. They think they are in control, but they are slaves. They are slaves to the traffic jam that ruins their morning. They are slaves to the rude comment from a stranger. They are slaves to the weather, to the news, to the vibrations of their phone. They do not act, they react. Their entire life is a series of knee-jerk reflexes caused by the world around them. But you are here because you are tired of being a puppet. You are here because you want to cut the strings. Today, we are not just talking about staying calm. That is too simple. We are diving into the deepest waters of Stoic philosophy. We are going to deconstruct the human mind and rebuild it into a fortress. We are going to learn the ancient art of the sacred pause. By the end of this masterclass, you will no longer be a leaf blowing in the wind. You will be the mountain that breaks the storm. Marcus Aurelius asked, "Who is in control?" Today, we make sure the answer is you. Chapter 1. The biology of the slave. To defeat the enemy, you must understand him. And the enemy is inside you. Why do you react? Why does your heart race when someone disrespects you? Why does your blood boil when things don't go your way? It is biology. It is ancient software running on a modern machine. Your brain is wired for survival, not for strategy. Thousands of years ago, if a twig snapped in the forest, you had to react instantly or you would be eaten. That reaction was a survival mechanism. But today, that same mechanism is destroying your life. When you receive an angry email, your brain thinks it is a tiger. It floods your body with cortisol. It shuts down your logic. It prepares you for war. But there is no war. There is just a scream. When you react instantly to modern problems with ancient instincts, you are operating at the level of an animal, not a man. The Iron Stoic understands this biology. He knows that his first impulse is almost always a lie. Epictetus taught us that it is not events that disturb us, but our judgment of those events. When you react, you are letting the event judge you. You are handing over the keys to your happiness to a stranger. The Iron Stoic refuses this trade. He knows that between the stimulus and the response, there is a space, a tiny, microscopic space. And in that space lies his freedom. Chapter 2. The sacred space. How do we find this space? How do we stop the avalanche of anger before it starts? We practice the art of the pause. This is the most powerful tool in your arsenal. When the anger rises, when the fear strikes, the weak man speaks immediately. He wants to win the moment, but the strong man stops. This is not hesitation, it is calibration. Imagine a general standing on a hill overlooking a battlefield. The enemy fires a volley of arrows. Does the general scream? Does he charge blindly into the field? No, he watches. He assesses the trajectory. He calculates the distance. He responds with a strategy that wipes the enemy out. You are the general of your own soul. When chaos strikes, whether it is a breakup, a job loss, or a disrespect, you must build a fortress of silence around your mind. In that silence, you take one deep breath. That breath is the wall between you and the chaos. Inside that wall, you ask one question. Does this require my energy? Most of the time, the answer is no. Most of the time, the situation resolves itself if you simply do nothing. By pausing, you deny the chaos permission to enter your mind. You become the observer, not the victim. Chapter 3. The view from above lets go deeper. When the urge to react feels overwhelming, when the fire is burning in your chest, you need a way to put out the flames. The Stoics gave us a tool called the view from above. I want you to try this mental exercise. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine you are floating up out of your body. You rise above the room. You rise above your city. You rise until you are floating in the silence of space, looking down at the blue marble of Earth. And from this height, look at your problem. Look at the person who insulted you. Look at the traffic jam. From up here, how big are they? They are microscopic. They are dust. History has seen billions of humans live, fight, cry, and die. Their anger is gone. Their reactions are forgotten. Why are you setting your soul on fire for something so small? Why are you trading your peace for a moment of petty victory? When you detach and see the insignificance of the moment, the fire cools down. You realize that your peace is too expensive to spend on cheap provocations. You choose to remain cold, not because you don't care, but because you understand the scale of existence. You are infinite. The problem is temporary. Chapter 4. The dichotomy of control. Now, we must build the walls of your inner citadel. To do this, we use the core principle of Stoicism, the dichotomy of control. There are two categories of things in this universe. Category 1, things you control, your thoughts, your actions, your character, your response. Category 2, things you do not control, the weather, the economy, the opinions of others, the past, the future. The root of all your suffering, the root of every impulsive reaction you have ever had, comes from confusing these two categories. You get angry at the driver who cut you off. Can you control him? No. Then why are you bleeding energy? You get anxious about what your boss thinks of you. Can you control his thoughts? No. Then why are you poisoning your own mind? The Iron Stoic draws a line in the sand. If it is outside his control, it does not exist to him. It is merely noise. He focuses 100% of his energy on his own behavior. If someone insults him, that is their bad character, not his. He does not need to defend himself against the wind. He simply adjusts his sails. Chapter 5. reframing the narrative once you have paused. And once you have identified what you can control, you must reframe. The average mind sees a setback as a tragedy. The Stoic mind sees it as training. This is the alchemy of the mind. You take the raw material of a bad situation and you transmute it into wisdom. Let's look at a scenario. You lose your job. The reactive mind says, "This is a disaster. I am a failure. What will I do?" The result is panic and depression. Now the Stoic mind. You lose your job, you pause, you accept it is out of your control. Then you reframe. This job was holding me back. I was comfortable, but I was not growing. This is not a tragedy, this is a forced evolution. Now I have the freedom to find something better. Do you see the difference? The event is the same. The reality is the same. But the response changes everything. One leads to misery, the other leads to power. Stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" Start asking, "How can I use this?" When you shift from victim of circumstance to student of life, you become dangerous. You become unbreakable. Chapter 6. Silence as a weapon. We live in a noisy world. People think that to be powerful, they must be loud. They think they must have the last word. They think they must win the argument. But the Iron Stoic knows the truth. Silence is louder than screaming. When someone tries to provoke you and you respond with absolute cold silence, you destroy them. You are denying them the oxygen they need to keep the fire burning. Silence signals confidence. It signals that you are so secure in your own value that you do not need to defend it. Have you ever noticed that the most powerful person in the room is often the quietest? He is not reacting. He is calculating. Train yourself to hold your tongue. When you feel the urge to explain yourself, don't. When you feel the urge to complain, don't. Keep your energy contained. Let your silence be the mirror that reflects their chaos back to them. Let them wonder what you are thinking. Let them be unsettled by your composure. Chapter 7. Preparing for war. You cannot learn to swim when you are drowning. And you cannot learn Stoicism when you are already in a crisis. You must train for the storm before the storm arrives. Marcus Aurelius didn't just hope to be calm. He journaled, he practiced, he prepared. You must do the same. This is your daily training regimen. In the morning, before you look at your phone, before you let the world into your mind, visualize the day ahead. Tell yourself, today I will meet ungrateful, violent, treacherous, envious, uncharitable men. Expect the chaos. When you expect it, it cannot surprise you. And if it cannot surprise you, it cannot control you. In the evening, review your performance, be your own judge. Ask yourself, where did I lose control today? What triggered me? How can I be better tomorrow? This feedback loop is how you sharpen the blade. Day by day, reaction by reaction, you kill the weak parts of yourself. Conclusion. The sovereign mind. We are coming to the end of our session, but this is only the beginning of your war. Mastering the art of response is not a one-time act. It is a daily battle against your own biology, your own ego, and the noise of the world. But it is a battle worth winning, because on the other side of that battle lies sovereignty, total ownership of your soul. When you stop reacting, you stop being a character in someone else's story. You stop being an extra in their drama. You become the author of your own reality. The next time the world tries to push you, do not push back. Step aside. Let them fall into the void of their own making. You are the rock that the waves break against. You are the stillness in the storm.